Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Career Evangelist Podcast. I'm your host, Bola Alabi, and today we are diving into a topic that can make or break your job search journey, and that's about crafting a resume that stands out. Yes, that's what you want to do. You want to craft a resume that stands out that will help you to get the job that you are looking for. Recently, I had a fascinating conversation with a guest on my show, and this guest shared practical steps he took to grow his company into a multi-million-dollar business empire. He referred to these steps as tips and tricks of building a $1 million business. I love it. And that got me thinking, why not apply these same concepts of tips and tricks to something as crucial as building a resume, right? Does that not make sense? Yes, it does. Now, I'm a big fan of tips and tricks or do's and don'ts because they are straightforward and they are easy to follow. And here's the, the icing on the cake for you. If you can implement those tips and tricks, you are more likely to achieve your desired results. Let's take wealth building as an example. One universal trick is to earn as much as possible so that you can build wealth, and the higher, the better. And not only that, you have to ensure that you spend significantly less than what you earn. The lower, the better. Now, people run into trouble when they spend more than they make. The more money they spend, the higher the trouble they'll get into. That's a fact. If you overspend your money, you soon run into trouble. This might sound cliche, but if you consistently, regularly, persistently keep your expenses lower than your income and you invest the excess each year, you will ultimately be able to build wealth. It's logic. So those are the do's and don'ts of building wealth. What do you have to do? Earn as much as possible. The higher, the better. And on the flip side, spend as less as possible. Spending more money than you earn will get you into trouble. Is that simple enough? I think it's simple, but is it easy? Maybe not. But we can apply this same principle of straightforwardness and actionable advice to resume building. And that's what we are going to be doing today. We will discuss the do's of creating a resume that can land you your desired job. And next week, we are going to talk about the don'ts. So this is going to be a two-part series to help all job seekers out there. Now let's talk about resume, shall we? Your resume is one of the most important documents in your job search toolkit. It is your first impression with a potential employer. And as they say, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You should think of your resume as a marketing document that showcases your accomplishments and tells hiring managers what you bring to the table. So your goal is to ensure that your resume does an excellent job promoting you so that more matching jobs, opportunities can find their way into your inbox. Do you get that? The better you can craft a resume, the more matching job will come into your inbox. So let's make sure your resume leaves a lasting positive impact to hiring managers out there. Are you ready to get started? Okay, let's go in. The first thing that you must do is make it rich with your accomplishments. Your resume should be a celebration of your career achievements. What did you do in each roles that you've had that contributes positively to the organization where you worked? Those are your accomplishments. It is not enough to simply list your job duties. No, you need to highlight what you've accomplished in those roles. Think about the challenges that you faced. Think about the actions that you took and the results that you delivered. That's how you should do it. Did you lead a project that increased efficiencies? Did you surpass your annual sales target? These are the kind of accomplishments that catch a hiring manager's eye. Example, you can, instead of saying, oh, manage social media accounts. Yeah, that's your duty. You could write increased social media engagement by 20% through targeted content campaigns. You see the difference? It paints a much clearer picture of your value because you are not just putting your job description. You are clearly stating what you accomplished and what you did to get the result. So that's the first one. You should make it rich with your accomplishments. Now let's go to the second one. You should ensure that your achievements are quantified and qualified. Numbers, they say, speak louder than words. And the same principle is applicable to creating your resume. Whenever possible, quantify your achievements. This means putting specific numbers to your results. How much money did you save your organization? How many clients did you manage? Or how much did you increase productivity by? Quantified achievements give hiring managers a clear picture of the impact that you've made. Ready for another example? Instead of just simply saying improved customer satisfaction, that's nice. That's a good thing that you did. You could instead write increased customer satisfaction score by 30% over 6 months through targeted feedback and service improvement. Wow, that's excellent. So, number two, ensure your achievements are qualified and quantified. Ready for the third one? Let's go. Number three, highlight your most relevant experiences. Yes, that's what you need to do. Tailoring your resume to the job you are applying for is crucial. This means you carefully read the job description, and you highlight your experiences that are most relevant to that role. Listen again. Read the job description, understand the job description, and tailor your resume to fit that job description to put you as the ideal candidate, as the dream candidate for that role. It is not about listing every job that you've had. No, especially for people that have had 10, 20 years of experience. It is about presenting the experiences that show you are the perfect fit for this specific position. What's the tip to consider? You should consider creating a core competencies section right at the top of your resume and make sure that aligns with the key skills mentioned in the job posting. So that's the third one. You should highlight your most relevant experiences. Let's go to the fourth one. You should include both soft and hard skills. Employers are looking for candidates who are not only technically proficient, but who also possess the interpersonal skills needed to thrive in a team environment. Your resume should include a balance of both hard skills like software proficiency, technical expertise, and soft skills like teamwork, communication skills. Example, under the skills section, you could list hard skills, maybe data analysis, advanced Excel, and always make sure you had soft skills as well. Team leadership, effective communication. Those are great examples to add to your resume. Number 5, the last, but in no way the least. Please proofread your work to eliminate errors. There is nothing worse than a resume that is filled with typos and grammatical errors. It not only reflects poorly on your attention to detail, but could cost you the job. After you've completed your resume, take the time to proofread it thoroughly. Better yet, you can ask a friend or a colleague to review it for you. They might catch mistakes that you've missed. Here's a tip that I use that I want to tell you here. You should read your resume out loud because sometimes hearing the words can help you catch errors that you might not notice when you read silently. So practice that. And that's where I'm going to end it today. I share the 5 essential do's of resume writing. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way to creating a resume that not only gets you noticed, but gets you those all important interview calls and gets you one step closer to landing your dream job. I want you to know this. A strong resume is just one piece of the puzzle. You must also show up. You must also practice. And you must always be optimistic about your job search process. Hey guys, we are not done yet. Please make sure to tune in next week for the second part of this series, where we will be covering the don'ts of resume writing. Those common pitfalls that can derail your chances of landing that dream job. That's what we are going to be talking about. Now, if you found this episode helpful to you, please don't keep it to yourself alone. Share it with someone who is in the middle of their job search, because you know my mission. I'm here to help more people connect with their career. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to the Career Evangelist Podcast so you never miss any new episode. Until next time, keep striving for success, and remember, your career is what you make of it. Thank you for listening. It's Bola Alabi, the Career Evangelist, signing out.